Welcome to my channel, guys. So today we're going to talk about highlight on the wig. This wig is stunning, it's beautiful, but somehow I did not like the demarcation between the dark color and the blonde. So I knew I had to do something about it. As you can see, I mean, it looks good. Someone else can wear it like this, but for me, I just felt that I needed to elevate it a little bit. So as you can see, I was just trying to look into, the way the styling and so on, just to prep. So I used Schwarzkopf's products, and then one of the L'Oreal Platinium that I had. These are all professional product. So you probably are not gonna find Platinium in a local store or local hair store because it's really for professional. So I use that, but the 30 volume and the 40 volume, you can find it at the local hair store. So I decided to use to buy the 30 volume and the 40 volume, because I knew, I mean, like if I use the 30 volume, it's gonna be a little bit faster, but I did not want to stay too long on this wig, so I was gonna use the 40 volume. As you can see, I'm gonna show you guys just now. So I did mix up my stuff and I started working on it. Now I'm gonna show you how I was placing the highlight, because there are many ways depending on the result that you want, right? So I knew I did not want to work on the whole head. I just wanted to work on top, so on the crown of the head where we can actually see. So that's why you see I divided my hair, and I was just concentrating on the crown. So I still wanted to keep the dark color, but I just wanted to just kind of erase the obvious demarcation of the hair. And so here, what I did, I started taking little pieces of hair in a zigzag form, so that it's not my blonde will not be too thick. It will just fade into the dark color. So as you can see, this part I'm taking hair in a zigzag form. Yeah, so once that was done, the next thing what I did is I made sure I kept the other hair away from the one that I was about to work with. But then I also ended up removing some hair from the separation that I did, which you're gonna see just now. I was removing some bits of hair because I really wanted it to be light. I don't want it to be heavy. Now this is by choice. You can do it if you want, or you can also just not do it. And remember, at the end of the day, it depends on the result that you're looking for, right? And of course I used foil because I wanted it to work for us, and also I wanted to keep the heat, because the coloring works better with heat. It goes faster. So, and also to protect the other hair, because I didn't want to color the other hair, the hair that I left out. So I used foil. So what I'm making sure is I'm not putting on the root. I'm just putting just slightly in between the root and the body of the hair. So the pieces, the part that is still dark, that's what I'm doing. And I'm making sure that I am putting a lot, or I would say just enough product, so to not miss, because you can end up putting just above on the surface, and then underneath, the hair that's underneath does not get product, and you will end up with like a kind of a zebra look. So that's why you see I'm really taking my time, and of course I am covering it with the foil just to create the heat. I hope you guys are loving this so far, and it's helping you. So I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it again so you can see clearly, but this time I'm gonna make a change, because by the time I was doing this, I realized that if I have to do the zigzag method, it probably will take me longer and I want to speed it up. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like little mesh. I want it to be, quite thick, but without necessarily being, how can I explain? Being like thick mesh. I want it to be like everywhere, because the whole purpose of this is to remove that demarcation between my natural color and the blonde part. So as you can see, I'm still, I've separated enough hair that I want, but I'm making sure that I'm removing as much as I can so that I only have a little bit that I'm working with. Because I still want to keep that dark part without necessarily losing losing it. I don't want to lose it. I still want to keep it, but I still want it to be a little bit lighter. So with this, as you can see, I'm putting my foil, but I'm making sure you will see when I'm putting the product, I'm making sure I really put enough. It has to be really thick so that it penetrates also inside the pieces of hair, the hair that I'm coloring. I'm decoloring, because I'm not coloring, I'm decoloring. And as you can see, I'm making sure that where there is the blonde, I'm not really touching a lot, but where it's dark, it's natural color, that's where I'm putting most of my product, as you can see there. So you have to be very careful when you do this, because you don't want to take your blonde to another level. I don't want platinum blonde. I still want to keep this golden blonde without me going platinum, because if I do add product on the golden blonde, it will go platinum, and that's what I don't want, because then I have to do the whole hair and bring it to the platinum, or I have to use color to bring it back to the previous color. So I'm gonna do another one just to make sure that you guys have understood, because it's quite complex. So as you've noticed, as I'm getting to the separation on the crown, of course there's more color, more dark color, but then there is also a lot of blonde, So I am really being careful as to where I bleach my hair. So as you notice, I'm still making sure that I do not touch my blonde part of the hair. And of course I am, putting like little streaks just to make sure that there's no demarcation also between the new bleach, the new hair that I'm bleaching, and the old one, So I'm making sure that I put more hair on top, on the parts that's darker, and then very like little streaks that I bring to the blonde, just to mix it up a little bit. I don't know if you guys understand. If not, just leave me a comment and I will answer it. It's not easy having to explain at the same time working. Okay, so here, as you can see, I really have to be careful because I don't have much room to play around with. I don't have a lot of room. So I really have to be careful as to what the effect that I want. That is why I will not remove a lot, and I will only place on my, the dark part of the hair. Yeah. As you can see, I'm really being careful because I don't want to change the color of my blonde. I want to keep it that golden blonde. It's very important for me. So you have to be careful every single time you're doing this, whether it's doing what I'm showing you now or in coloring your hair. You really have to make sure that you saturate the hair, because once again, you don't want the zebra look. The zebra look is basically one part is another color and the other one is another color, and that happens most of the time when the hair was not saturated with your product. Now on top here, I'm not going to remove much because it's my separation and I just want it to be light. So that is why I did not really fluff the hair, if I may say. So the reason why I'm doing this, it's because I did not have enough foil. I just realized, and also another thing, I did cut my foil very, very small, which was a big no-no. So that's why I'm folding it this way. But I'm making sure that the blonde part does not touch the bleach. Okay, so here is my last part on the top, the separation, separation of the my middle part. Yeah, that's the perfect word, my middle part. So making sure that I do put I do saturate my my hair, because I don't want it to look weird, because if it does, then I have to come back and work on it. So as you can see, I have I completed the rest off camera. So right now what I'm doing is I'm checking, because remember there are other parts. I'm using first of the 40%, so it's working faster. So I have to make sure that I remove some other part because I don't want it to get platinum. So here I have the perfect blonde, which is similar to the current blonde, the current tip blondes on the tip. So I'm removing, and also the parts where I see that there's still a lot of darkness, I am adding more products. But I'm not putting the foil back because I don't want it to work fast. I want it to go slow. I don't want the color of my hair to change faster, because I want to be able to control it, if I may say so. Yeah, I want to be able to control it right now. So that's why you see I'm removing all this. This is the part of the hair that I started before going on the other side. So I am removing it, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna make sure that I mix properly, and then leave it like that, so that it can decolor, but slowly. So I'm making sure that, as you can see, that part I did miss a spot, so I'm adding more product and making sure that it is well saturated. That is very important, very important. Yeah. So I'm making sure everywhere, even the ones I've just recently done, just making sure to remove the ones that I found that the color is perfect. Because the more you leave it, the blonde it will get. Because you have to remember something about decoloring hair. It's like going upstairs, okay? Yeah, climbing stairs. Sorry, yeah. So as you go up, it's different level. So if you leave your product longer, you're gonna get a different color. If you leave it for less of the time, you're gonna get a different color. So in this case, I don't want to leave it longer than what I've left it for, and the color, the decoloring of the hair that I'm receiving right now is exactly what I want. So I would rather remove each one of them, and the ones that are not done, I can wait even another 5 to 10 minutes but at least the other ones are not getting platinum blonde, because we don't want platinum blonde. That's not what we're going for. The process is pretty long. It depends. Here I'm speeding it on camera. I'm speeding it, but the process can be very, very long. And also the other thing, it's pretty difficult because this is not a human head. This is wig. So now what I'm doing is I'm removing my wig, because I want to bleach the knot at the same time. But I make sure that the other hair that have not changed color the way I want, I'm leaving it for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But meanwhile, I'm going to decolor the my bleach. I'm gonna bleach my, and also I'm seeing that the front hair, I don't want to, I found that it's very dark, so I am going to bleach that as well. I'm gonna decolor it as well. Now, before I do that, I use got to be glue, because I don't want my bleach to bleed, you know, bleeding meaning going to the other side. I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to bleed on the other side. So I'm gonna bleach my knots. I'm gonna bleach it. I could have done that before making the wig, but this, you never know. I mean, like, if it's for a client, you never know, because they might not want the roots to be bleached. Now this is pretty messy, so you better make sure where you're working, you know, the pretty messy, this way of working. That's why sometimes it's easier just to work on it before you make your wig, but in this case we didn't, right? Pretty messy. Okay, now remember here, I was thinking, I don't want it to, so I'm gonna do that, because I really don't want there to be demarcation. I don't want demarcation. Now I made something here. I don't want this to go too, so want it to go. Okay, so we're gonna leave this for a while and wait for it to work its magic, I guess. Now, because as you can see, it looks like it's went way too much here, so we have to be on the lookout for this part here. Okay, we really have to be on the lookout. So far, not bad. And the knot, I don't want it to be too bleached either. Yeah, I just want it like a wash, you know. Now I have no, because I don't have a table here, so I have no choice but to hold it like this. So guys, from here on, we it's the usual. I've washed the hair, and I'm going to just make it a little bit more natural. So I'm gonna leave you with the pictures for and the music, so you guys can see, because I mean from here on I don't really need to explain much. It's self-explanatory. So I'm gonna leave you with the pictures, like I said, and I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. Enjoy. Okay, everyone, I hope you did enjoy this. This is the end. This is how she's looking, how she's bombing out. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys, try this out at home, and then send me pictures or send me comments, and let's see what you did at home with your wigs. So, anyway, don't forget to subscribe. I loved doing this wig. And we'll see each other next time. Bye. Enjoy yourselves and God bless.